Hey, this is Clayton with Everything Ponds. Welcome to another video. We are down in a hole of a big liner project right now. It's a small lake that we're installing. So you can see the slopes come up the side. So one thing I wanted to talk about here is the looseness of the liner when you install it. As you can see, there are a lot of like peaks and valleys and kind of wrinkles, and that's actually a good thing, because then it gives the liner some wiggle room. When you add the water, it pushes the liner into all the corners, nooks, and crannies. So you want to have a little bit of wiggle room so it actually can do that. Sometimes people install their liners too tight. All of a sudden it can't quite reach those corners, and it puts a lot of tension on the liner, and in some cases you could actually rip your liner because the weight of the water there's a ton of weight when you fill this up 5 feet deep, pushing a ton on there. There's no way the liner could tent over something and actually hold that weight without some confinement behind it. So that's the idea. You always want the liner laying on something firm so that the substrate below supports the weight, and the liner just provides the waterproofing. So the best way to do that is to give yourself a little bit of looseness in the liner. So sometimes people pull their liners really tight for aesthetic reasons. They don't want to see wrinkles in it. But to be honest, that's not really the best idea. And what I would say to do instead would be just to cover the liner with something. So on the edges of this pond, we're going to bring landscaping material in, soil, rocks, and cover it. So you won't even see it anyway. So even if there is a wrinkle, no big deal. Nobody wants to see a liner on the edge of the pond. Most people want to see a natural looking edge, so it looks like a natural pond or lake. So that's what I would recommend. In the middle here, I don't think they're going to cover this one, but you could. But usually the water itself is enough to kind of obscure it. You don't really see it. It kind of just looks a black, deep, bottomless kind of lake. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at Everything Ponds.